What's up guys, this is TheKephas, your friendly neighborhood Paladin. I'm here today to talk to you more about how I play Warcraft. This is Volume 2, The Lazy Method. Now last time I talked to you guys, it's been a while since I've made one of these videos, but I explained that I am visually impaired. My vision is 20/200, which means I cannot see very well. And I play video games, and I do play World of Warcraft, though not as much these days as I used to. But I do still play some, and I still try to find ways to make the experience more enjoyable, make my time a little easier having this disability, and going from there. So last time I covered the fact that I put an Xbox 360 controller, and I explained that. So if you want to check out that video, you can click the link in the description below, where I will have a link, and you can watch that. Today I'm not going to talk about the controller too much, as I am going to talk about what I do to do my DPS rotation. Now what you need to understand is, with my vision having no peripheral vision, I cannot see the middle of the screen, which is where all the action is happening, and the action bar down here at the same time, even though it's a lot bigger than normal, and it's very difficult for me to monitor cooldowns, which kind of sucks. So I have to come up with other ways to do it. Now if you notice, when I target something, I have these little boxes here. This is Ovail spell priority, and it lets me know when I need to hit, what spells I need to hit, and what's priority. It's not perfect, I'm sure. I don't know. None of this is perfect. Now let me explain this. Some of you are not going to like my methods because you think way too much of this game, and you're min-maxers and you're raidist elites and whatnots, and I don't care about you. So don't care about me. I don't think that much about this game to care. I just want to have fun. So having said that, I would like to explain. Now what I use is a lot of macros. So if you go to macros here, you'll notice that I have these two macros here. This is just an Inquisition cooldown thing that I don't even use it anymore, so let's get rid of that. Actually, I guess I did. Oh well. It doesn't matter. But basically, if you'll notice, I have two macros. Now one is for RET DPS single target, and one is for RET AoE. So if you click on the Toolkit button, I'm using a mod called Macro Toolkit. The reason being is because to get all of the abilities that I need to use in one macro, I need an extension. If you'll notice here, these are 314 characters long out of 1024 characters. The average macro cannot be longer than, well, I think it's like 255 characters. So there's a mod called Macro Toolkit, which will extend the length of macros. So I don't know if that's cheating or not. I have no idea, but it's a mod and it's not been banned. So if it is something that could be banned, I hope Blizzard isn't watching. Just kidding. Don't really care. Anyways, so I have two mods, single target and AoE. Now, what they do is they do everything. And by everything I mean literally pretty much every ability, with the exceptions of my interrupts and other little things, and execution sentence for some reason won't work, and Inquisition will also need to be separated because of how Inquisition works. Now since I accidentally deleted my Inquisition mod macro, let me put Inquisition back on the bar, because these macros also use my cooldowns. They do everything, and I mean everything. So let me explain. Let me show you. Now if you play with an Xbox 360 controller like I do, and you have software, if you use a Razer Naga, if you use any other Razer product or Logitech thingamabobber, a lot of them will have an option in them where you can have a rapid fire button, which means that you just hold the button down and it spams it for you, because these are spam macros. So since I play with an Xbox controller, I have my single target macro here on 1, which is mapped to my A button on the Xbox controller, and then I have my AoE button mapped to 4, which is B on my Xbox controller. 2 and 3 being X and Y. That's not really that important though. So what I do is I walk up to the target dummy. You can watch my DPS meter here. You can tell me how I'm doing. If you want to know, my item level is 495. Now I don't know if this is good DPS or not. You be the judge, but here's what these macros do. All I do is hold down A, and here we go. It's doing all kinds of stuff. Inquisition real quick, and I'm also going to throw down the execution sentence. And now I'm just going to sit here and hold down A. As you can see, it's doing everything. It's doing exorcism, it's doing Templar's Verdict, It's doing the hammer, it's doing Crusader Strike, it's doing everything that it can do just with one button. Now, does it get stuck sometimes? Sure it does. Cooldowns are weird. It's best when I have my cooldowns up, like when I have the wings up. But see, now it's kind of chilling out. But it's still working pretty well. And you'll notice my DPS. Now, at any time, I can switch to AoE. I will do that now. Watch. I'm switching to AoE now, and it does the exact same thing, except it'll do Divine Storm, and it'll do Hammer of the Righteous, which are the two AoE abilities. And if I wanted to, I could switch my seals, but I'm lazy. Now, these macros I have found on a website. I'm going to give credit where credit is due, called wowlazymacros.com, and I will also have that in the description below, so you can check that out if you want. Now, this is for a Paladin. The reason why I switched back to my Paladin is specifically because of this. Because a Paladin works. This style kind of works for a Paladin. I don't know if my DPS is amazing, but I'm rarely at the bottom of the DPS charts when I'm raiding, when I'm in LFR, I'm in the middle, or sometimes even higher up, which is good enough for me because I don't care about being a min-maxer or whatnot. So I'm not saying this method is for everybody, but I am telling you how I have fun playing this game. And as I said, this does not work for every class, but it does work for the Paladin. It doesn't work for the Monk because of how the Monk plays. You've got too many different abilities. The way Jab and Tiger's Punch and Kick and all those different abilities work, the system just wouldn't work very well for the Monk, as far as I could tell when I tried. It does work a little bit well for the Hunter, and I want to try some other classes and see how it works. But you can find all of this at wowlazymacros.com. You can find Macro Toolkit on Curse. And you can learn more about TheKephas by continuing to watch my videos on TheKephas AIE on YouTube. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.